Coaches, quick reminder before we get started, get your players to sign up for our summer sessions. We want to coach them this summer. We want to make them better players. We want to make them better leaders. We want to help them to think the game better than they've ever thought it. We want to send them back to you a better player, a player that you're going to love coaching. So remind your players to go sign up at pgcbasketball.com for their summer session. Enjoy this week's video, coaches. Coaches, welcome back to this week's PGC Coaches Circle, and this week's going to be all about growth. As many of you are seasoned or coming to an end or have ended, now it's time to rejuice and to grow and to get better. Every year, I know at the end of the season, I've got a list right now. I'm at 209 things that I've done wrong this season, and I make the list as we go on how I can get better, continually growing. We're going to talk about two things: growing coaches and how can you help your players grow as well. We're going to start with Graham on coaches.
Yeah, growth mindset for coaches. And we tell our athletes all the time, have a growth mindset, continue to get better. But are we actually doing that ourselves? And we can't expect our athletes to do that if we're not doing that in the off season and during the season as well. But specifically in the off season, what things are you doing to continue to grow yourself? Obviously, we'd love to see you at a PGC session or a coaches clinic coming up soon. But great ways to grow yourself or reach out to coaching friends. Go visit practices. Read books. What books are you reading? Go visit coaches clinics. Research online. All of these things allow you to become a better coach, and in return, you're gonna be a better coach for it and have a better team for it the next year as well.
Yeah, so there's so many different resources, and they're all almost at our fingertips these days, right? But don't neglect the in-person touches you get with spending time with your assistant coaches, spending time with other coaches, just shooting different ideas back and forth off of each other. Spend real personal time connecting with others and growing yourself, and not just in the basketball realm. Like, we're also leaders. You know, there's business books. There's all these different ways that we can grow as leaders. What can we do to grow our players over the course of the summer?
You know, I think it's along the same lines, and I think coaches, it's our job to kind of guide our players through that process. When we talk about reading books, give them targeted reading. You know your players better than we do. Pinpoint to them exactly what they need to be reading and why, and then give them that mission to improve in that area, whether it's leadership, if they could be watching film on an athlete they want to be like and play like, if there's a specific skill they could improve, send them away with that actual targeted focus. You can get targeted focused results as well. And then I think lastly, you can send them to a PGC basketball session, and I think that would impact them greatly. They'll come back better leaders, better players, and we're starting to lock you in and tie you in this process as well together. So.
Yeah, so identifying all the different gaps, and it really could be different for any player. I mean, you could look at a player and say, I need this person to be a leader for me next year. What leadership books can they read? Send them to a PGC session. We'll send them back a better leader. And then maybe another player that just conceptually doesn't understand the game very well. Is there a film that you could give them? Is there a test that you could give them after watching film? All of those different things. Being specific at targeting players. It could be somebody that you want to get bigger, faster, stronger. Enroll them in the process. What things are they watching online? What things are they learning from others? How do I get bigger, stronger, and faster? Not just tell me to do this plan, but enroll them in the process. So when you're thinking about that, probably be healthy to go through each player, probably starting with yourself and your assistant coaches, and make a list of 2 or 3 things that you want to grow in this offseason. And what if you and all of your players grew in 2 or 3 areas and everybody came back and has grown that much? That would be really impactful for your program. So coaches, invest in your growth and invest in your players' growth. Enjoy today's All Access.
You're cut right now. Here we go. Good, good. On balance. Yeah, and vary your cut too, This guy, when he throws it up there, right here, and he's jumping, get to the rim. That's just as good. This guy will be engaged in the defense. If he's jamming you up right here, as he goes through there, just get over the top and get in this guy's way so he can get downhill right there, all right? Vary those cuts up. Pretend like there's a defender there.